Ultimately, yoga classes with your child can be an excellent method to bring more enjoyment and beneficial for everyone. Yoga can boost self-esteem and manage emotional issues. It can also improve the strength and balance. Additionally, it can reduce the pain score by as much as half. Helps regulate emotions. Yoga can be a great way to control your emotions while a 5-year-old. Kids who are able to control their thoughts and emotions are more prepared to cope tough situations. Children who control their feelings are more likely bounce back from defeats. Children with emotional difficulties are more at risk of being bullied, using drugs, and eventually leaving school. If you suspect your child is struggling with problems like these and you want to help, consult your child's pediatrician as well as counselor to determine the best therapy plan. Parenting styles and relationships with children can affect children's ability to manage their own self-regulation. Children are able to develop coping skills that help with self-regulation. For example, you could assist your child find calming strategies. Children can be taught basic breathing techniques to help manage their emotions. The inflation of a balloon can help children to calm when they're stressed. A body scan could be performed. It is possible to relax and pay attention to all parts of your body in class. You can also consider having a classmate or teacher watch you and share how you feel. You can also set up a routine for bedtime to aid your child in maintaining a peaceful state of mind. Children are able to control their moods by themselves. Some children are not able to use this capability. It does not matter how your child is wired. Learning to control one's feelings will increase their quality life. The child who has trouble controlling their emotions could create difficulties for a parent. It could be an indication of a developmental or medical problem. This patient might need assistance or help. Increases strength and balance. Taking a yoga class for a 5-year-old is an excellent way to build endurance and coordination and to gain knowledge about your body. This gentle exercise method is perfect for kids as it doesn't only build the strength of their bodies, but also increases confidence. Many studies have proven that yoga can positively impact on the physical and mental well-being. Yoga is a mind-body exercise that increases memory and concentration. Yoga can also increase flexibility. Yoga is a fantastic way to increase the flexibility and endurance. Actually, some studies have shown that doing certain postures can help increase your balance. These preliminary findings will require more research to verify. A few studies suggest that yoga can improve balance in older adults. Yoga can be beneficial to athletes too. Yoga has been found to boost self-esteem and decrease anxiety. This is particularly important considering that nearly 4.1 million American children are diagnosed with anxiety. The National Association of School Psychologists says that yoga can help children in focusing. Yoga classes for 12 weeks were also proven to improve mental and physical well-being of those who took part in it. Certain research suggests that yoga could boost the immune system. This is crucial since chronic inflammation with low intensity has been linked to diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Meditation and yoga have been shown to decrease inflammation and improve the immune system's capability to fight off infections. Recent research on orphanage children of 34 provided some intriguing results. Kids can have fun with simple movements like yoga postures. The partner exercise is an option after fundamental balance exercises. Increases self-esteem. It's difficult to increase confidence in yourself in an infant, but yoga can be beneficial. Yoga has been found to boost confidence and resilience to pressure in children. Furthermore, it can help increase flexibility and balance. It can also aid in improving concentration and memory. It's also a great way for children to relax. Yoga has numerous benefits, among them the ability to lower stress and boost concentration. Yoga is actually beneficial to children, which is why it has even been given an official name. Yoga is actually a method to improve health and well-being which helps children to understand their bodies through breathing exercise, meditation, yoga, and other poses. Yoga is growing in popularity among instructors. Yoga is becoming more popular throughout the globe. In turn, educators employ the method to help their students improve their general health and well-being. Children desire to live a healthy lifestyle. Children are more likely to be a victim of stress and pressure from peers when they're not healthy. Studies have shown that immune-boosting treatments for the mind and body can be extremely beneficial. Parents can enroll their children into yoga classes online to experience happier and healthier lifestyle. The best part is that it will assist your child to gain the confidence in themselves and gain the body awareness they need to flourish. Children will benefit from this exercise as they learn to deal with the demands of growing older. Encourage your child to believe in themselves and boost their confidence. They'll be more confident and better prepared to take on the difficulties of life. Reduce pain scores by half. Numerous studies have proven that yoga is able to lower pain scores by more than 50. It's unclear whether this means that yoga can be utilized to manage chronic pain. The practice of yoga may reduce inflammation. Inflammation can be a reason for a variety of chronic pain diseases. The University of Limerick found that MS patients who did yoga for 10 weeks became less tired after doing this. Another study conducted in India showed that yoga can dramatically reduce the pain. The German study also looked at the comparison of yoga with a self-care program. The researchers found that the yoga practitioners were less prone to headaches than those who did. The German study also found lower levels of markers for inflammation in yoga than the control group. It is the first research that examines the connection between inflammation and yoga and chronic suffering. The study suggests that yoga might help reduce the pain. However, further research is needed to determine the impact of yoga on other pain ailments. The research will help determine if yoga is an effective therapy for elderly and females who have low functioning or are disadvantaged in socioeconomic terms. Additionally, future studies should be able to include sessions on the spot to evaluate the effectiveness of yoga. The inclusion of participants is a must in the future research. Furthermore, future studies must include more tests of pain duration as well as frequency, although the thresholds utilized to determine which participants were in the low-functioning category and high-functioning were sufficient, but they could be too low to accurately determine the extent of inflammation. It is possible to find a higher percentage of individuals who are qualified to benefit from yoga if the thresholds were increased. Improves performance. Many research studies have proved that yoga can improve academic performance. One study examined the impact of yoga on attention to detail in kindergartners. Yoga has numerous benefits, including an improvement in the accuracy of vision motors and an increase in the precision of vision. Yoga is only one of the many activities that showed a positive effect. It was also discovered that the primary consequence of the course was a reduction in the degree of hyperactivity and in attention that children display. Yoga can change the behavior of children since the importance of attention is crucial to learning. Yoga is linked to higher academic performance in preschool and teenagers. This suggests that yoga can be effective and cost-effective and improves children's capacity to learn. Alongside a lower amount of hyperactivity and a decreased level of attention additionally, the yoga-related group showed greater improvement in scores on the ADHD rating scale IV. Although it isn't a significant effect, it shows that yoga could be beneficial to the development of attention. It is the first research which has looked into the effects of yoga on ADHD growth in children younger than 10 years old. These results suggest that yoga can be an affordable and effective solution for ADHD youngsters in preschool and adolescents. Next, we will examine whether yoga's effects can be extended to other forms of exercise. It's an effective exercise to reduce stress and aids children to improve their emotional and social well-being. In addition, this type is an excellent activity to incorporate into various activities that involve social interaction to improve the ability of children to learn. Yoga, the basics explained to a 5-year-old. If you take your child to a yoga class, it can be beneficial and enjoyable for all the participants. Yoga can increase confidence in yourself and reduce stress. It can also improve flexibility and balance. It also can reduce the pain score by up to half. Helps regulate emotions. When you're a 5-year-old, yoga is an excellent option to manage your emotions. Children who are able to control their emotions and thoughts are better equipped to handle difficult situations. Children who can control their feelings are more likely to rebound after defeats. Children who struggle with emotional issues are more at risk of being bullied, taking drugs, or being kicked out of school. If you want to help your child deal with these issues, it is recommended to talk to a therapist or pediatric physician. The ability of children to control their own self-regulation is affected by the relationship between the child and the parent and also the manner of parenting. Children are able to develop coping skills that aid in self-regulation. As an example, you can aid your child in finding calming strategies. Learning basic breathing techniques can aid children in managing their emotions. Children can relax by inflating balloons in times of stress. A body scan may be possible. In the class, you'll have the chance to feel comfortable and pay attention to various parts of your body. You can have a friend or teacher observe you and talk about your feelings. It is also possible to make a bedtime routine that will help your child maintain a peaceful state of mind. Children are able to control their moods independently. Certain children might have issues with this ability. However, it does not matter how your child is wired. It will improve their life quality by learning how to manage emotions. It's hard to be a parent for a child that has difficulty in controlling their emotions. It could be a sign of an issue with their development or health. The patient may require assistance or support, strengthens and balance. Yoga classes for children 5 years old is a great way to increase endurance and coordination and discover more about the body. This method of exercise is great for kids because it does not just build strength but also builds confidence. Numerous studies have demonstrated that yoga has a positive impact on your mental and physical health. Yoga can be a mind-body exercise that improves memory and focus. Yoga also increases flexibility. Yoga can be a great option to increase your flexibility and endurance. A few studies actually show that certain poses can improve the stability of. The preliminary findings will need more research to verify. Some evidence suggests that yoga can improve balance in older adults. Yoga can also benefit athletes. It is also known to increase self-esteem as well as reduce depression and anxiety. This is crucial considering anxiety is a major issue for nearly 4.1 million American children. The National Association of School Psychologists affirms that yoga helps children to focus. A 12-week yoga class was also shown to improve physical and mental health of students who participated in it. Yoga can boost immunity as per some research studies. This is crucial because chronic inflammation that is low in severity is linked to diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Meditation and yoga have been shown to decrease inflammation and improve the immune system's ability to fight infections. A study of the orphanage children aged 34 has produced intriguing outcomes. Simple moves like a yoga pose can be a fun sport for children. After doing basic balance exercises, a group exercise can be an option. Increases self-esteem. Yoga can help improve your confidence as an infant. Yoga has been found to increase confidence and resilience to pressure in infants. It can also improve flexibility and balance. It can also aid in improving concentration and memory. It's also a fantastic way for children to be relaxed. One of the greatest benefits of yoga are those that are specifically designed for children, for example, reducing stress and helping them in improving their concentration and focus. In fact, yoga is so beneficial to children that it's even got a title. Yoga is a program which promotes health and well-being. It assists children to understand their bodies by practicing breathing exercises, meditation, and various other poses. Yoga practice is growing in popularity among teachers. Yoga is becoming more widely practiced across the globe. Teachers employ the practice to improve their students' general health and well-being. Children need to live a healthy lifestyle. Children are more likely fall victim to anxieties and pressures from their peers when they're not healthy. The research has proven that treatments to boost the immune system are able to be beneficial. To help your child live more joyful and healthy lives and be more active, enroll your child in online yoga classes. Yoga can aid children in developing the self-confidence, body awareness, and physical strength that they require to be successful. This practice will also assist children with the issues associated with growing up. The most effective way to boost the confidence of your child's self is to encourage them to have faith in their own abilities. You'll feel confident and better prepared to tackle the difficulties of life. Reducing pain scores by about half. Numerous studies have shown that yoga is able to reduce score for pain by more than 50. The extent to which yoga could help people suffering from chronic pain isn't certain. Yoga can help reduce inflammation. Chronic pain is often caused by inflammation. A study carried out by the University of Limerick showed that after 10 weeks of practice yoga in 77 patients who had MS were less exhausted. Another study in India showed that yoga could significantly impact the level of pain. A German study also revealed that yoga can be compared with a self-care plan. The researchers found that the yoga students were less susceptible to headaches than their equivalents. The German study also revealed less markers of inflammation in yoga than controls. It is the first study that examines the connection between inflammation in yoga and chronic suffering. This study does suggest that yoga can alleviate pain. Further research is needed to evaluate the effects of yoga on various pain illnesses. The research will help determine whether yoga is an effective therapy for women and elderly who have low functioning or are disadvantaged in socioeconomic terms. Furthermore, future research should be able to include visits on the spot to evaluate the effectiveness of yoga. Future studies must include participants. Future studies will need to include additional tests for chronic pain and frequency. The thresholds used to determine whether participants fell into the low functioning or high functioning category are adequate, but they might not be adequate to evaluate the severity of the inflammation. It is possible to determine a greater number of those who may be able to gain from yoga if thresholds were increased. Improves performance. Many research studies have demonstrated that yoga practices can boost the efficiency of students. One of these studies focused on the impact of yoga on visual attention development in kindergartners. Yoga practice has many benefits, including an improvement in visual motor precision and a greater precision of vision. Yoga is only one of the exercises that have shown positive effects. The program had an initial impact on children's hyperactivity and lack of attention. Yoga can change the behavior of children since attention is so important for learning. Yoga is associated with higher academic performance in the preschool years and teenagers. This suggests that yoga can be cost-effective and effective and can improve children's ability to learn. Additionally, they showed a decreased amount of hyperactivity and a decreased level of focus. The group that was yoga-related showed greater improvement in scores on the ADHD rating scale IV. Although it isn't a significant result, it suggests that yoga may have a positive impact upon the growth of attention. This is the first study to examine the effects of yoga in accelerating the development of ADHD for children who are still young. The findings also suggest that yoga is an effective and economical option for preschoolers and adolescents with ADHD. The next step is to determine if the effect of yoga can be extended to other types of physical exercise. Yoga can be a powerful stress-reducing exercise that can aid children to improve their social and emotional health. Additionally, this is an excellent exercise to integrate into different activities that involve social interaction to improve the ability of children in learning. Yoga Basics for 5-year-olds. Yoga classes with your child is an excellent method to enhance the experience and be beneficial for all. Yoga can improve confidence in yourself and reduce stress. It can also improve the strength and balance. It also can reduce the pain score by up to half. helps regulate emotions. At the age of 5, yoga can be a fantastic method to control your emotions. Children who are able to manage their thoughts and emotions are more prepared to handle challenging situations. Children who can manage their feelings are more likely to rebound from losses. Children who struggle with emotional issues are more at the risk of being bullied, taking drugs, or dropping out of school. If you want to help your child deal with these issues, it is recommended to seek out a therapist as well as their pediatric physician. Parenting styles and relationships with children can affect children's capacity to manage their own self-regulation. Children develop coping strategies that aid in self-regulation. Your child can be helped to discover ways to calm them. Children can be taught basic breathing techniques that can help them manage their emotions. Children can relax by blowing up a balloon when they feel stressed. A body scan is feasible. It is possible to be relaxed and observe every part of your body during the class. It is possible to have a companion or teacher observe you and discuss your emotions. To assist your child to maintain an enlightened state of mind, it's possible to create an evening routine. Children can regulate their moods on their own. Certain children might have issues in this area. It doesn't really matter how well-wired your child may be. It can improve their life quality by learning how to manage their emotions. A child that has difficulty managing their emotions may cause problems for parents too. It could be an indication of a developmental or health issue. The patient may require help or assistance. Strengthens and improves balance. Yoga classes for children 5 years old is a fantastic way to improve your endurance and coordination as well as discover more about the body. This method of exercise is ideal for children because it not only builds muscles but also boosts confidence. Numerous studies have proven that yoga has a positive impact on the physical and mental health of your body. Yoga is a mind-body exercise that boosts concentration and memory. It also improves flexibility. Yoga is a fantastic method to improve the flexibility and endurance. Some studies have shown that certain postures increase the balance. The preliminary findings will need more research to verify. Yoga can help improve balance among older adults. Yoga can also benefit athletes. Yoga has been proven to boost self-esteem and decrease anxiety. This is especially important given anxiety is a major issue for nearly 4.1 million American children. According to the National Association of School Psychologists, yoga helps children concentrate. The 12-week yoga course was also proven to improve mental and physical health of students who participated in it. Yoga can boost immunity as per certain studies. This is crucial since chronic inflammation with low intensity has been associated with diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Meditation and yoga have been proven to reduce inflammation and boost the immune system's capability to fight infections. Recent research conducted on orphanage children from 34 has produced some fascinating results. Children can enjoy simple movements like yoga postures. After performing basic balance training, a pair exercise could be a possibility. Self-esteem improves. Yoga can help increase your confidence in the infant years. Yoga has been proven to boost confidence and the ability to stand up to stress in children. It also helps improve the flexibility and balance of your child. It also helps improve concentration and memory. It's a fantastic method for children to unwind. Yoga offers numerous benefits, among them the ability to ease anxiety and increase concentration. Yoga is actually beneficial for children, and it has even been given an official name. Yoga is a practice that encourages well-being and health. It assists children to comprehend their bodies practicing meditation, breathing exercises, and various other poses. Yoga teachers are becoming more and more adept at embracing. Yoga is becoming more well-known across the globe. Teachers employ the practice to boost their students' overall health and well-being. Children are keen to live a healthy lifestyle. They are more likely to be a victim of stress and pressure from peers when they're not healthy. Studies have shown that treatments to boost the immune system for the body and mind are extremely beneficial. To ensure that your child lives an enjoyable and healthier lifestyle, it is possible to enroll your child in yoga online classes. Yoga can aid children in developing confidence in themselves, body awareness, and physical strength that they require to be successful. Kids will benefit from this exercise in their ability to cope with the difficulties of growing older. Help your child believe in him, and this will increase their confidence. You'll feel more confident and prepared to take on any challenge that comes your way. Reduce the pain score by half. Numerous studies have demonstrated that yoga can lower pain scores by over 50%. It's not known whether this means that yoga can be utilized to alleviate chronic pain. Yoga can help decrease inflammation. Chronic pain is often due to inflammation. The University of Limerick found that MS patients who did yoga for 10 weeks felt less fatigued after doing it. Another study conducted in India found that yoga could dramatically reduce the pain. A German study also showed that yoga could be compared to a self-care regimen. The study found that participants in yoga had a lower risk of suffering from headaches than those who did not. The German study also revealed less markers of inflammation in yoga than subjects. It is the first research to study the connection between chronic inflammation and yoga. The study suggests that yoga could help reduce the pain. but more research is required to establish the impact of yoga on different pain ailments. These studies will determine if yoga is a viable option to treat elderly patients with low functioning or those who are economically challenged. The future studies could involve visits to the site to assess the fidelity. Future studies should include participants. Future studies should include additional tests to determine the frequency and duration of pain. The thresholds that determine if individuals fall into low functioning or high functioning categories may be sufficient. However, they might not be enough to accurately determine the extent of the inflammation. If thresholds were increased, then it would be possible to determine more individuals who could benefit from yoga. Improves performance. Numerous research studies have demonstrated that yoga has the ability to improve the efficiency of students in school. One study examined the impact of yoga on the visual attention in children. Yoga has numerous advantages, such as an increase in the precision of visual motor and an increase in the precision of vision. Yoga is not the only activity that has demonstrated an impact on the brain. The program had a major impact on children's hyperactivity and lack of attention. Yoga can change the behavior of children since the importance of attention is crucial to learning. Yoga is linked to higher academic achievement in preschool and teenagers. Yoga is a cost-effective alternative that helps kids learn. The group that was associated with yoga also had less hyperactivity and less focus. In addition, scores on the ADHD rating scale IV were higher in the group that was yoga-related. While it's not a major result, it suggests that yoga could be beneficial to the growth of attention. It is the first research that examines the impact of yoga on ADHD growth in children less than 10 years old. The results suggest that yoga could be an affordable and efficient option for ADHD children who are in the early years of adolescence and preschool. The next step is to determine the possibility of yoga's benefits being extended to other forms of exercises. Yoga is a great stress-reducing exercise that can aid children to improve their social and emotional well-being. It can be integrated into a variety of social activities to improve children's ability to learn. Yoga the Basics explained for a 5-year-old. It's enjoyable for everyone to accompany your kids to yoga classes. The practice not only increases self-esteem, but also helps in regulating emotions as well as improving flexibility and balance. In addition, it can assist in reducing levels of pain by over half. Helps regulate emotions. The practice of yoga can help control emotions in a 5-year-old. The children who have control over their feelings and thoughts are more prepared to cope when faced with challenging situations. They also have an easier bounce back after setbacks. The children who suffer from emotional dysregulation could be at high risk for addiction to substances and bullying and even dropping out of school. It is advisable to talk with the doctor or therapy for your child if you suspect that your child is suffering from these issues. The parent-child relationship, manner of parenting, and the family conditions are all elements that influence children's ability to control themselves. Children are able to develop coping strategies that can help self-regulation. For example, you can help your child identify the various techniques for calming. Kids can regulate their emotions by learning the basics of breathing. The balloon breathing practice is a great way to assist children to calm whenever they feel anxious. It is also possible to do an exercise that involves body scanning. In the class, relax and concentrate on different parts in your body. There is the option of having a buddy or teacher watch your movements and be honest about your feelings. It is also possible to perform a ritual before bed to aid your child in maintaining an enlightened state of mind. A few children are born with the ability to self-regulate their feelings. However, some children struggle when it comes to this talent. But it isn't a matter of how your child's wiring is. Learning to control one's feelings will increase the quality of their life. If you have a child who struggles with their emotional control, it can be overwhelming. It could indicate a medical issue or developmental problem. You may need to provide an immediate and constant support as well as encouragement. Enhances balance and strength. Yoga classes are an excellent way for children who are 5 years old to build the strength and balance of their bodies, as well as learn more about their bodies. The kids can benefit from this gentle form of exercise because it is not only about improving your strength, but also creating confidence. Several studies have shown that yoga can have positively impact on children's physical and mental well-being. Yoga is a practice for the mind and body that can enhance the ability to concentrate, memory, as well as flexibility. The most obvious benefits of yoga are increased flexibility and endurance. Actually, some studies have found that practicing particular poses improves stability, but further research will be required to establish if these early results are real or not. Some evidence suggests that yoga could improve balance among elderly people. Yoga could also benefit athletes. It's been established that yoga improves self-esteem, lower anxiety levels, and depression. Anxiety is an extremely common issue for American kids, with over 4.1 million diagnosed. It is believed that the National Association of School Psychologists affirms that yoga can help children focus. Another study showed that students who took part in a 12-week class after school reported improvements in mental and physical health. A handful of studies also indicate that yoga could boost immunity. This is crucial as chronic inflammation, even low grade, is associated with heart disease and diabetes. Yoga and meditation are proven to decrease inflammation as well as improve the immune system to infection. A recent study of students from orphanages yielded interesting results. Performing a simple yoga move could be an enjoyable activity for children. After the basics of balance exercises and a couple exercise, it's likely improved self-esteem. It's hard to improve confidence in your child's self-esteem, however, yoga might be beneficial. Yoga is an effective method to build confidence in yourself, as well as children's abilities to deal when they are stressed. Yoga can also improve stability and flexibility. Additionally, it can enhance concentration and memory. It is an excellent method to relax kids. Many of the advantages of yoga are those which are specifically for children. These include the reduction of stress and aiding them to boost their concentration levels and focus. Yoga is so helpful for children, it even is its own word. Yoga is in fact a program for well-being and health which helps kids learn about their bodies through breathing exercise, meditation, and different postures. There is no reason to be surprised that yoga is growing in popularity in the classroom. In fact, it's become more popular in schools across all over the world. Teachers are applying this approach to improve the overall health of their students. Children want to feel healthy. They are more vulnerable to stress and pressure from peers when they're in a state of health. The research has proven that immune-boosting mind-body treatments could assist. Parents may also sign up their kids to online yoga classes for an improved and happier lifestyle. The greatest benefit is that yoga can help your child gain self-confidence and body awareness that they require to succeed. In addition, the practice could give them the techniques they need to cope with the challenges that come with becoming a teenager. Making young people believe that they can do anything is the most effective way to build self-esteem. When they feel confident that they will accomplish anything, they'll feel more empowered to face the world and take on whatever challenges it presents. It reduces your score on pain by more than half. Several studies have shown that yoga is able to lower the severity of pain by nearly half. If this indicates that yoga is able to help those suffering from chronic pain isn't completely clear. The practice of yoga may reduce inflammation. The majority of chronic pain ailments are associated with inflammation. One study at University of Limerick showed that after 10 weeks of yoga, 77 participants who suffer from MS reported less fatigue. The second study in India showed that yoga had an important impact on the pain score. In addition, another German study examined the effects of yoga compared to an exercise regimen that is self-care. Researchers concluded that yoga participants were less prone to headaches than their equivalents. It was also found that the German study also found decreased levels of inflammation markers during yoga than those who practiced it. This is the first study looking at the relation between inflammation and yoga and chronic discomfort. Though the findings from this study suggest that it can reduce pain, further studies need to examine the effects of yoga on various types of pain conditions. Particularly, they should determine if yoga could be an effective treatment for women with socioeconomic disadvantages and for older, low-functioning individuals. In addition, the future research studies must be able to include visits on the spot to assess the fidelity of participants. Participants should be included during future research. Studies in the future will have to include more measures regarding frequency and the duration of pain. Though the thresholds utilized to determine participants who were in functional categories that were high and low were adequate, it is likely that they were not high enough for them to determine inflammatory status. If the thresholds were more high, the possibility exists to determine a bigger group of people who would benefit from yoga. Performance boosts. Different studies have revealed that yoga has the potential to increase academic ability. This study was one of them, that examined the effects of a regular yoga program for 12 weeks on the development of visual attention in kindergarten children. It was found that yoga is associated with numerous positive effects that included improvement in the visual eye motor precision as well as visual focus. Yoga was only one exercise that had a positive impact. The study also found that the main result of yoga was the decrease in the levels of inattention and hyperactivity that children display. It is due to the fact that attention is considered to be an important element in learning. Attention can also be linked to an increase in academic success in preschool and teenagers. This suggests that yoga is a low-cost exercise activity that can enhance kids' learning capabilities. The yoga group had a lower amount of anxiety, hyperactivity, and higher total ADHD rating scale IV score. Although this is only a minor effect, but it shows that yoga could have a positive effect on the growth of concentration. The effectiveness of yoga in the prevention of ADHD among children isn't known. This was the first time it was done. These results suggest that yoga is an affordable treatment for ADHD for preschoolers and teens. The next thing to do is test whether the results from yoga is extended to other kinds of exercise. Yoga is, after all, an effective stress relief activity and will improve kids' psychological and social well-being. Also, this type is a great activity to incorporate in other activities for socialization to enhance the children's abilities to acquire knowledge. Yoga the basics explained for a 5-year-old. Taking your children on an exercise class could be enjoyable and enriching to everyone who participates. Yoga can boost self-esteem and aid in emotional regulation and balance, strength, and balance. Additionally, it can lower your pain score by up to half. Helps regulate emotions. It is an excellent option to manage your emotions in the 5th year of your life. The children who learn to manage their thoughts and emotions are better equipped for facing stressful circumstances. Also, they have a much easier bounce back after setbacks. Many times, children who suffer from issues with their emotional regulation are more at risk of bullying, substance abuse, or abandoning school. If you are aware that your child struggles with these problems and you want to help, consult a pediatrician or therapist of your child to find an appropriate treatment plan. The relationship between parents and children, the parenting style, and family atmosphere are all aspects that influence children's capacity to regulate themselves. Kids can develop skills of coping that will help with self-regulation. In this case, you might aid your child to identify ways to calm them. Children can manage their mood through learning breathing exercises. The balloon breathing practice is an excellent way to assist children to calm in times of anxiety. The body scan is a way to be completed. You can relax and focus on different areas of your body during your class. An instructor, friend, or other person can observe and help you to feel. If you want to make sure your child feels calm, you can create a bedtime routine. Children have the capacity to regulate their emotional state. Other children struggle to master the ability. No matter your child's personality, the capability to control their emotions will improve their overall quality of life. If you've got an infant who has difficulty with emotional regulation, the issue can be overwhelming. This may also be an indication of a developmental or health problem. You may need to provide assistance and support, improve strength and balance. A yoga class is ideal for kids age 5 to increase fitness, improve balance, and discover more about their body. Children can gain from this gentle form of exercise as it's not only about building strength, but also improving confidence. Numerous research studies demonstrate that yoga has a positive effect on the mental and physical health of kids. Yoga is a body-mind exercise that boosts focus and memory. Additionally, it improves flexibility. The main benefits that can be attributed to yoga include improved flexibility as well as power. Actually, some research studies have revealed that performing certain postures can help improve stability. It is necessary to conduct more research to verify these initial results. There is evidence that yoga classes may improve balance among seniors and might be beneficial for sports people too. The practice of yoga has been found to increase self-esteem and decrease anxiety and depression. Anxiety is a prevalent condition among American kids, with over 4.1 million being diagnosed. As per the National Association of School Psychologists, yoga practice can help children focus. After-school yoga for 12 weeks after-school yoga has been found to be beneficial for students' physical as well as mental well-being. Numerous studies demonstrate that yoga might enhance immunity. This is especially important as chronic inflammation, even low-grade, has been associated with the cardiovascular and diabetes. The practice of yoga and meditation has been proven to reduce inflammation as well as boost immune response in the face of infectious disease. The most recent study on teens from orphanages produced fascinating findings. A simple move like yoga pose could make it a great game for children. An exercise with a partner may be added to the basic balance movements. Improved self-esteem. Inspiring confidence and self-esteem in children age 5 is no small feat. However, yoga may help. Yoga is one of the most well-known methods to increase self-confidence and the ability of your child to deal with stress. Additionally, yoga has the ability to enhance flexibility and balance. Additionally, it can improve memory and concentration. It is an excellent opportunity to aid children in relaxing. Yoga provides many benefits kids will appreciate, such as the ability to reduce stress, improve concentration, and improving focus. Yoga is so helpful for children that it is its own word. It's actually a wellness program which educates children about health and wellness through a series of exercises that incorporate meditation, breathing, as well as a range of exercises. The practice of yoga is growing in popularity for instructors. In fact, it's become more common in schools around all over the world. As a result, teachers employ the technique to aid their students to improve their overall health. Children are looking to be healthy. Children are more likely to be a victim of peer pressure as well as anxiety when they don't possess the proper mental health. Furthermore, research shows that mind-body therapies can boost immunity. As a result, parents are able to enroll their children in yoga online classes to help them maintain the health and happiness of their lives. Yoga may help kids develop confidence in themselves, body awareness, and the ability to cope with stress. In addition, the practice may provide the tools they need to cope with the challenges of becoming a teenager. Helping children believe in their abilities is the best way to build self-esteem. If they're confident they'll succeed, they'll feel more empowered to face every day and conquer any obstacles it throws at them. It reduces pain scores by greater than 50%. Numerous studies have proven that yoga is able to lower score for pain by over 50. It is unclear if this means yoga may help sufferers of chronic pain is not yet clear. However, it does appear that yoga is effective in decreasing inflammation. Inflammation can be a cause of various chronic pain. One study at an institution called the University of Limerick showed that following 10 weeks of yoga, the 77 people who had MS experienced less fatigue. Another study from India revealed that yoga could reduce symptoms by more than half. Also, another German study looked at the relationship between yoga and the self-care program. In addition, researchers there observed that the yoga-related group had lower headaches than the control group. Also, the German research showed that inflammation markers were lower in yoga group than in the control group. The first ever study to study the relationship between chronic pain and yoga is this study. Though the findings from the study suggest that yoga may reduce pain, future studies need to examine the effects of yoga in a range of painful conditions. This research will investigate whether yoga offers a useful therapy to women who are elderly and who are low functioning or have socioeconomic disadvantages. In addition, the future research studies must incorporate visits to sites to measure whether the practice is fidelity. Additionally, they should consider how to make participation inclusive. Studies in the future will have to incorporate more metrics of frequency and duration of discomfort, though the thresholds used to determine which participants were in the category of low functioning and high functioning were sufficient. They might be too low to accurately assess the degree of inflammation. The possibility exists to find a wider spectrum of people who can gain from yoga if the thresholds were increased. Enhances performance. Many studies have proven the benefits of yoga for academic performance. They also conducted an experiment to study the impact of a 12-week yoga practice on the growth of visual awareness in young children in kindergarten. It was found that yoga practice was linked to numerous positive effects such as improvement in eye motor precision as well as visual focus. Yoga is just one of the activities that had a positive impact. Research also showed that yoga programs had an impact that was the strongest on children's hyperactivity as well as in attention. Attention is an essential component to learn. This is why the yoga program has the ability to alter the behavior of children. Furthermore, attention has been linked with improved academic performance in young children and adolescents. It also suggests that yoga can be an effective and cost-effective activity that can enhance children's ability to learn. In addition to a reduced degree of hyperactivity and lack of attention, the yoga group also demonstrated a greater improvement in scores on the ADHD rating scale IV. Although this is only a modest effect, it does show the possibility that yoga can have an impact on attention development. The efficacy of yoga for preventing ADHD onset for children is not known. This was the first time it was done. These findings suggest that yoga is an economical treatment option for ADHD that affects preschoolers as well as young adolescent kids. Next, we will examine the possibility of yoga's benefits being extended to other forms of exercise. It is, after all, an effective stress relief activity and can improve children's psychological and social well-being. Additionally, this kind of activity can be incorporated into other social learning activities in order to improve the ability of children in learning. Yoga the Basics explained for a 5-year-old. If you take your child to yoga class is an enjoyable and rewarding experience for everyone involved. It can improve self-esteem and improve emotional control as well as balance and strength. It can also assist in reducing the pain score by nearly half. Helps regulate emotions. Yoga is a fantastic method to control your emotions in the 5th year of your life. The children who have control over their feelings and thoughts have a better chance of dealing when faced with challenging situations. The children who have control over their feelings are more likely to recover from setbacks. The children who suffer from emotional dysregulation could be particularly vulnerable to addiction to substances and bullying in addition to dropping out of the school. You can talk to your child's doctor in therapy if you suspect that the child you are caring for has issues like these. The relationship between parents and children, the parenting style, and family atmosphere are all aspects that affect a child's ability to control themselves. Teaching children specific coping skills can also help them develop self-regulation. It is possible to, for instance, help your child to determine calming methods. Kids can regulate their emotions by learning simple breathing techniques. As an example, a balloon breathing exercise can be a fun approach for kids to slow in times of stress. You can also try doing a body scan. You can be comfortable and pay attention to various parts within your body. A friend, teacher, or a person else can watch and help you to feel. For your child to feel at ease, create an evening routine. Some children have a natural capacity to regulate their moods. Some struggle with the art of self-regulation. It doesn't matter how your child's wiring is. Being able to control their emotions will improve their overall quality of life. If you have an infant who has difficulty in regulating their emotions, it can become overwhelming. This could also indicate the presence of a medical or developmental problem. There may be a need for the necessary support and guidance. Improve strength and balance. Yoga classes are ideal for kids age 5 or older to develop the strength and balance of their bodies, as well as learn more about their bodies. Children can gain by this gentle type of exercise since it's not only about building strength, but also improving confidence. Many studies have found that yoga can have beneficial effects for children's mental and physical well-being. Yoga is a form of exercise for the mind that improves memory and concentration. Additionally, it improves flexibility. The main benefits that can be attributed to yoga include improved flexibility as well as power. There are a few studies that show that certain yoga postures help improve balance, but further research is needed to determine whether the early findings are true or not. Certain evidence suggests that yoga could improve balance among senior citizens. It can also be beneficial for athletes. Yoga has also been shown to boost self-esteem and also reduce anxiety and depression. The anxiety disorder is common for American children, with nearly 4.1 million of them being diagnosed. As per the National Association of School Psychologists, yoga can aid in helping children to focus. After-school yoga for 12 weeks after-school yoga has been found to be beneficial for students' physical as well as mental well-being. Certain studies demonstrate that yoga might improve immunity function. This is crucial as chronic inflammation, even low-grade, is linked to diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Meditation and yoga are proven to decrease inflammation as well as increase the immunity against infection. The results are interesting in the latest study of 34 teens from orphanages. An easy move such as a yoga pose can be a fun sport for kids. After the basics of balance exercises and a couple exercise, it's possible. Increased self-esteem. The development of confidence for children as young as 5 isn't easy, but yoga can help. Yoga is a well-known method to boost self-esteem and the ability of your child to deal when they are stressed. Furthermore, it can increase flexibility and improve balance. It can help improve your memory and concentration. Also, it's a great method for children to unwind. Yoga offers many advantages that kids will appreciate, such as the ability to reduce stress, improve concentration, and enhancing focus. Yoga can be so beneficial for children that it has its own name. It is actually a health and wellness program that educates kids about wellness and health through a series of exercises which include meditation, breathing, and various exercises. It's not a surprise that yoga is growing in popularity in classrooms. In fact, it's become more common in schools around the world. Teachers are using this practice to improve their pupils' health. Children want to feel healthy. Kids are more likely to be a victim of peer pressure as well as anxiety when they don't be in good mental health. There is evidence that shows that mind-body therapies to boost immunity are able to assist. As a result, parents may enroll their children in yoga online classes to help them maintain an active and healthy lifestyle. Yoga is a great way for children to develop confidence in themselves, body awareness, as well as the capacity to deal with the stress of life. Additionally, it could give them the techniques needed to deal with the challenges that come with the process of growing. The best way to boost a young person's self-esteem is to teach them to believe in their abilities. When they feel confident that they will do anything, they'll feel more confident to tackle the world and tackle whatever obstacles it throws at them. It reduces pain scores by over half. Numerous studies suggest the ability of yoga to lower pain scores by greater than 50%. The extent to which this suggests that yoga is able to help those suffering from chronic pain isn't completely clear. It is clear that yoga is effective at reducing inflammation. Inflammation can be a cause of kinds of chronic pain conditions. One University of Limerick study found that an average of 77 MS patients reported feeling less tired following yoga over 10 weeks. Another study from India demonstrated that yoga can have an important impact on pain scores. Additionally, another German study compared yoga to the self-care program. Researchers concluded that yoga class were less prone to headaches than their equivalents. Additionally, the German study revealed that inflammation markers were lower in yoga group than the control group. This is the first study to examine the relationship between yoga and inflammation in chronic painful. The results from this study suggest that it may reduce pain. Future studies must examine the effect of yoga on a variety of painful conditions. Particularly, they should examine whether yoga is effective for treating women who are economically disadvantaged and those who are older and less functional. Further, studies in the future should include site visits to evaluate the fidelity of participants. Additionally, they should consider how to increase participation. The future studies should include more measurements of frequency and duration of discomfort. Although the thresholds that were used to classify participants into high-functioning and low-functioning categories are adequate, it's likely that they were not high enough to allow for a reliable assessment of inflammatory status. It could be possible to determine a greater number of those who may be able to gain from yoga if the thresholds were raised. Performance enhancers. Numerous studies have demonstrated that yoga can be used to increase academic achievement. One study was one that looked at the impact of yoga on the development of visual attention in children. The results showed that yoga was associated with several positive outcomes, which included improvements in visual motor control and attention to visuals. Yoga was only one exercise that had a positive impact. It was also discovered that the most important consequence of the program was the reduction in the degree of hyperactivity as well as in attention that children display. This is due to attention being believed to be an essential factor in the process of learning. Attention is also associated with greater academic performance in preschool and adolescent students. Yoga could be a cost-effective exercise program that may enhance kids' learning capabilities. Apart from a decrease in the level of hyperactivity and in attention additionally, the yoga-related group had a better improvement in the score total of the ADHD rating scale IV. This is a small effect, yet it indicates that yoga may have a beneficial influence on the process of development of the process of attention. The effectiveness of yoga in stopping the onset of ADHD in children is unclear. This is the first time that this has been done. The results indicate that yoga may be an inexpensive treatment option for ADHD in preschool-aged and young teens. Next, we will examine whether yoga's effects can be increased to include different types of exercise. In the end, yoga is an effective stress relief activity and helps children improve their psychological and social well-being. In addition, this type of practice can be included into other social learning activities for children to increase their ability in learning. Yoga the Basics explained for a 5-year-old. If you take your child to yoga classes, can be enjoyable and enriching for everyone. It not only boosts self-esteem, it can also help to control emotions and increase the balance and strength. Additionally, it can assist in reducing symptoms by nearly 50%, helps regulate emotions. Yoga is a fantastic way to regulate your emotions as a 5-year-old. Children who can manage their thoughts and emotions will be better prepared for facing stressful circumstances. Kids who control their emotional state are more likely to rebound after setbacks. Many times, children who suffer from trouble with emotional regulation can be at risk of bullying, substance abuse, or being unable to attend schools. You can talk to the doctor or therapy for your child in the event that you believe the child you are caring for has issues like these. Parent-child relationships, parenting style, as well as family environment are just a few of the factors which influence a child's ability to control themselves. Learning specific skills for coping can also help them develop self-regulation. In this case, you might aid your child to identify the various techniques for calming. Kids can regulate their emotions by learning the basics of breathing. Inflating a balloon can aid children in calming down whenever they feel anxious. Also, you can try a body scan. You can relax and concentrate on various aspects of your body while in your class. Your teacher, a friend, or a person else can watch and help you to feel. It is also possible to perform a ritual before bed to aid your child in maintaining an enlightened state of mind. Children are naturally equipped to manage their emotions. Many struggle with learning the ability. The thing is, it does not matter what your child's personality is wired. Controlling one's feelings will increase their overall quality of life. If you're a parent of a child who struggles in regulating their emotions, it can become overwhelming. It can also be an indication of a different medical issue or developmental problem. It is possible that you will need an immediate and constant support as well as encouragement, strengthens and improves stability. A yoga class is ideal for kids who are 5 years old to build strength, balance, and learn more about their body. It's a gentle and enjoyable exercise for children because it's not just about building strength, but also self-confidence. Many studies have shown that yoga is beneficial for impact on the mental as well as physical health of children. It's a body-mind exercise that helps improve the ability to concentrate, memory, and flexibility. The most obvious benefits of yoga are improved flexibility and the strength. Certain studies show the benefits of certain poses to increase stability, yet more study will be required to establish if these preliminary results are true or not. Some evidence suggests that yoga improves balance in senior citizens. Yoga can also help athletes. The research has proven that practicing yoga helps improve confidence in yourself, decrease anxiety and depression. Anxiety is an extremely common issue among American children, with nearly 4.1 million being diagnosed. The National Association of School Psychologists asserts that yoga assists children focus. The study also showed that kids who were part of a 12-week class after school reported improvements in physical and mental well-being. Some studies have demonstrated that yoga may improve your immune system. This is particularly important since chronic inflammation with low levels is linked to diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Yoga and meditation have been proven to reduce inflammation and increase the response of the immune system to infectious diseases. An investigation of recent students from orphanages yielded interesting findings. The simple act of yoga can be a fun game for kids. A partner exercise may be added to the basics of balance, self-esteem boosting. It's tough to raise confidence levels in children as young as 5, and yoga could be able to help. Yoga is a well-known method for boosting self-confidence and your child's ability to cope when they are stressed. Furthermore, it can improve balance and flexibility. It can help improve your memory as well as your focus. It's also an excellent means for children to be relaxed. Yoga offers many advantages that kids will appreciate, such as calming stress, improving concentration, and increasing focus. Yoga is so good for children that it is its own word. Yoga is actually a program designed to promote health and wellness that allows children to learn about their bodies through breathing exercises, meditation, and other yoga postures. It is no surprise that yoga is gaining popularity within the classroom. Indeed, the practice is becoming increasingly popular with schools across all over the globe. This is why teachers employ the technique to help their students improve their general health and well-being. It's not a secret that children desire to be healthy. Children are more likely to suffer from peer pressure as well as anxiety when they don't have the right mental health. The research has proven that mind-body therapies to boost immunity could assist. Parents can enroll their children in online yoga classes for more happiness and a healthier life. Yoga may help kids develop confidence in their bodies, self-esteem, as well as the capacity to deal with the stress of life. Additionally, it might give them the abilities necessary to tackle the challenges of becoming a teenager. Teaching young people to believe in their abilities is the most effective way to increase self-esteem. You will be confident and more prepared to face any challenges in life. Reducing pain scores by more than half. Numerous studies show that yoga can be proven to reduce pain scores up to 50%. Whether this means that yoga may help sufferers of chronic pain is not yet completely clear. However, it does appear that yoga could be beneficial at reducing inflammation. Inflammation can be a cause of various chronic pain conditions. The study by the University of Limerick showed that after 10 weeks of practicing yoga in 77 patients suffering from MS reported less fatigue. A follow-up study conducted in India revealed that yoga could have an important impact on the pain score. Additionally, a German study looked at the relationship between yoga and an exercise routine for self-care. Researchers found that the yoga participants experienced less headaches than equivalents. In the German study also showed less inflammation-related markers for yoga than controls. This is the very first study to examine the relationship between yoga and inflammation chronic painful. The results from this study indicate that yoga could reduce pain. The next research should examine the impact that yoga has on a wide range of painful conditions. In particular, the studies must look into whether yoga might be an effective treatment for women suffering from socioeconomic disadvantages as well as in older people with low functioning. Additionally, future studies should incorporate visits to sites to measure the fidelity of participants. Inclusion of participants is required when conducting future studies. Studies in the future will have to include more measures in terms of frequency and length of discomfort. Although the thresholds utilized to determine which participants were in the low-functioning or high-functioning categories weren't sufficient, they may have been too low to assess the degree of inflammation. There is a possibility to determine a greater number of people who are able to benefit from yoga if the thresholds were raised. Performance enhancers. Different studies have revealed that yoga can be used to enhance academic achievement. One of those studies focused on the impact of yoga on developing visual attention among kindergartners. The yoga practice was shown to provide various benefits, including an increase in the precision of visual movements as well as an improvement in precision of vision. Yoga is just one of the activities that showed a positive effect. The study also found that the biggest benefit of the yoga program is the reduction in levels of inattention and hyperactivity observed by children. This is due to attention being considered to be an important prerequisite for learning processes. Attention is also associated with higher academic achievement in preschool as well as adolescent pupils. It also suggests that yoga may be an efficient and affordable exercise program that may enhance children's ability to learn. Along with a lower amount of inattention and hyperactivity additionally, the yoga-related group had a better improvement in the score total of the ADHD rating scale IV. While this may be a modest effect, it does show that yoga has an impact on attention development. This is the first study to examine the effectiveness of yoga on the onset of ADHD in young children. These results suggest that yoga could be an inexpensive option for treatment for preschool and adolescent children suffering from ADHD. The next step is examine whether the benefits of yoga can be extended to other types of physical exercise. Yoga is, after all, an effective exercise for stress relief and can improve children's psychological and social well-being. Additionally, this kind of activity can be incorporated with other learning opportunities for children to help children develop their abilities to learn. Yoga to Basics Explain. Yoga to Basics explained for a 5-year-old. Inviting your kids to join an exercise class could be an enjoyable and rewarding experience for all those involved. Yoga can boost self-esteem and improve emotional control, balance, and strength. Additionally, it can cut down your pain score in half. Helps regulate emotions. Yoga can be a great method to control your emotions in the 5th year of your life. People who know how to keep their thoughts and emotions in check will be better prepared for confronting stressful scenarios. They will also have less trouble time bouncing back from setbacks. A lot of children suffering from difficulties with their emotions are in danger of being bullied, abused by substances, and even being unable to attend school. If you think your child struggles with these issues and you want to help, consult a pediatrician or therapist of your child in order to develop a suitable therapy plan. Parent-child relationships, parental style, and conditions are all elements which influence a child's ability to control themselves. Learning specific skills for coping may also assist in the development of self-regulation. As an example, assist your child discover calming techniques. Learning basic breathing techniques can assist kids in controlling their moods. Like, for instance, a breath exercise using balloons can be a fun way for kids to calm in times of stress. The body scan is a way to be done. In the class, sit comfortably and focus on various parts of your body. A friend or even a teacher monitor you and talk about how you are feeling. Additionally, you could make a routine for bedtime for your child to maintain a peaceful state of mind. Some children have a natural ability to control their emotional state. Certain children have difficulty with this skill. But no matter what your child's personality, the ability to manage their emotions can improve the quality of their life. It isn't easy to raise a child who has difficulty in regulating their emotions. It could be a sign of the presence of a medical or developmental problem. There may be a need for the necessary support and guidance. Enhances strength and stability. Taking a yoga class for children age 5 can be a fantastic method to build endurance and coordination, and to understand the human body. Children can gain from this easy form of exercise, as it's not only about improving your strength, it's also about developing confidence. Numerous studies prove that yoga can have a positive effect on the mental and physical health of kids. Yoga is a body-mind exercise which boosts the memory and improves concentration. It also increases agility. One of the most evident benefits of yoga are improved flexibility and the strength. There are a few studies that show that certain postures can help improve stability. It will be required to establish if these initial results are genuine or not. Certain evidence suggests that yoga can increase balance for seniors. This can also be beneficial for athletes. Yoga has also been shown to increase self-esteem and decrease depression and anxiety. Anxiety is an extremely common issue in American children, with nearly 4.1 million of them diagnosed. According to the National Association of School Psychologists, states that yoga aids children focus. A different study found that children who took part in a 12-week class after school reported improvements in physical and mental well-being. Numerous studies demonstrate that yoga might increase immunity. This is particularly important since chronic inflammation of low grade is linked to coronary disease and diabetes. Meditation and yoga have been found to decrease inflammation and increase the response of the immune system in the face of infectious disease. The results are interesting in a recent study of 34 adolescents from orphanages. A simple yoga pose could be an enjoyable sport for young children. After the basic balance exercises, a partner exercise is possible, enhancing self-esteem. Boosting self-esteem for a 5-year-old is no easy feat, however, yoga may help. It is well known as a method for boosting self-confidence and your child's capacity to deal with stress. Yoga can also enhance flexibility and balance. The practice can boost your memory and concentration. This is a fantastic opportunity to aid children in relaxing. One of the greatest benefits of yoga are the ones specifically designed for kids, like decreasing stress levels and helping to boost their concentration levels and concentration. Yoga can be so beneficial for children, it even comes with its own name. Actually, it is a fitness and wellness program which educates kids about wellness and health by a variety of activities including meditation, breathing, and many other exercises. The practice of yoga is growing in popularity in the eyes of instructors. Actually, it's becoming more common in schools around the world. This is why teachers are using the practice to assist their students in improving their general health and well-being. Kids want to feel good. Kids are more likely fall victim to pressure from peers and anxiety if they don't have the right mental health. Studies have shown that mind-body therapies to boost immunity may be beneficial. This means that parents can enroll their kids into online yoga classes to help them maintain an active and healthy lifestyle. Yoga is a great way for children to develop confidence in themselves, body awareness, as well as the capacity to deal with the stress of life. This practice will also assist to overcome the challenges that come with becoming a teenager. The best method to build confidence in a child is to teach them to be confident in themselves. They'll feel more confident and more capable to meet the challenges of life. It reduces your score on pain to half. Many studies have shown the ability of yoga to reduce pain scores greater than 50%. It is unclear if this means yoga can help patients suffering from chronic pain remains completely clear. It is clear that yoga is effective in the reduction of inflammation. Many chronic pain conditions can be attributed to inflammation. One University of Limerick study found that at least 77 MS sufferers felt less fatigued following yoga for 10 weeks. Another study from India found that yoga reduced symptoms by more than 50. The German study also looked at the comparison of the self-care programs with yoga. Researchers from the study also discovered that those who practiced yoga had less headaches than the contrast group. This German study also demonstrated less inflammation-related markers for yoga than controls. The very first study ever investigating the relationship between arthritis and yoga is this one. While this research suggests yoga is able to reduce painfulness, more studies are needed to assess the effect of yoga on other pain ailments. The studies will determine if yoga offers a useful therapy for elderly people and women that are unable to function properly or who have socioeconomic challenges. In future research, studies could include visits to sites in order to assess fidelity. Also, it is important to consider methods to make participation inclusive. The future studies should include more measurements in terms of frequency and length of the pain. The thresholds that were used to identify whether participants fell into the functional category for high or low functioning weren't sufficient. They may not be sufficient to establish the level of inflammation. If the thresholds were higher, the possibility exists to find a larger group of people who would benefit from yoga. Performance enhancers. Many studies have proven the benefits of yoga for academic efficiency. One study was one that looked at the effect of yoga on developing visual attention among kindergartners. It was discovered that yoga has a variety of benefits, like an increase in visual motor accuracy as well as an improvement in the accuracy of visual movements. But it was not the only exercise that showed an advantage. Additionally, the study found that the primary consequence of the program was the decrease in the amount of hyperactivity and inattention that children display. Because attention is a prerequisite to learning, this is the reason yoga exercises have significant effects on children's behavior. Attention also is associated with greater academic performance in preschool and adolescence. This suggests that yoga could be a cost-effective exercise activity that can enhance the learning abilities of children. Apart from a decrease in the degree of hyperactivity and lack of attention in addition, the group that practiced yoga showed a higher improvement on scores on the ADHD rating scale IV. Although this is only one small effect, but it shows the possibility that yoga can have an impact on attention development. The efficiency of yoga in the prevention of ADHD in children is unknown. This was the first time the study was conducted. It also suggests that yoga could be a relatively inexpensive treatment option to help children and teens who suffer from ADHD. Next, we will examine whether the benefits of yoga can be expanded to include other types of exercise. Yoga relieves stress and may help kids to feel more confident about their emotional and social life. Additionally, this kind of exercise can be integrated with other learning opportunities for children to enhance the children's abilities in Learning.net for a 5-year-old. It can be fun for all involved to take your children to yoga classes. It can improve self-esteem and assist with emotional regulation, stability, balance, and strength. In addition, it can aid in reducing pain scores by more than 50%, helps regulate emotions. Yoga can be an effective method to control the emotions of a 5-year-old. People who control their emotions and thoughts have a better chance of dealing with difficult situations. Also, they have a much easier getting back on track after setbacks. A lot of children suffering from emotional dysregulation are at risk of being bullied, abused by substances, and leaving school. It is advisable to talk with the doctor or therapy for your child in the event that you believe the child you are caring for has issues like these. Parent-child relationships, parenting style, as well as family environment are just a few of the factors that affect a child's capacity to regulate themselves. Training children on specific coping strategies can also help them develop self-regulation. For instance, you can assist your child discover calming techniques. Learning basic breathing techniques can assist children to manage their emotions. The balloon breathing practice can aid children in calming down in times of anxiety. A body scan can be completed. You are able to unwind and concentrate on various areas of your body during your class. It is possible to have a classmate or teacher watch your body and discuss how you are feeling. Additionally, you could make a routine for bedtime to aid your child in maintaining the peace in their mind. A few children are naturally able to regulate their emotions. Other children struggle to master the skill. However, it does not matter what your child's wiring is. Controlling their emotions will improve their lives to the max. It can be difficult to parent a child with issues with emotional regulation. This may also be an indication of a developmental or health problem. Sometimes it is necessary to encourage and provide support. Stability and strength are increased. Taking a yoga class for a 5-year-old can be a fantastic way to improve strength and balance, and to understand the human body. Kids can benefit from this easy form of fitness because it's not just about getting stronger, but also improving confidence. Many studies have shown that yoga has a positive influence on both the mental and physical health of kids. Yoga is a mindful practice that can enhance focus, memory, as well as the ability to move. Yoga offers the obvious benefits of increasing endurance and flexibility. Actually, some studies have shown that doing particular poses improves the balance of a person. The need for further research to verify these initial results. Certain evidence suggests that yoga can increase balance for elderly people. Additionally, it could prove beneficial to athletes. The practice of yoga has been found to increase self-esteem and decrease anxiety and depression. This is particularly important in light of the fact that 4.1 million American youngsters are being diagnosed with anxiety. As per the National Association of School Psychologists, practicing yoga can help students focus. One study revealed that students who participated in a 12-week after-school yoga course reported better mental and physical health. A few studies have also found that yoga improves immune function. This is crucial as chronic inflammation, even low-grade, has been associated with coronary disease and diabetes. Meditation and yoga have been demonstrated to decrease inflammation and increase the response of the immune system to infections. Interesting results were found in the latest study of 34 teens from orphanages. A simple yoga pose could be an enjoyable game for the kids. The partner workout could be included after the basic balance moves. Boost self-esteem. Inspiring confidence and self-esteem in children age 5 is no easy feat, however, yoga may help. Yoga is an effective method to increase self-confidence and children's abilities to deal when they are stressed. In addition, yoga can improve balance and flexibility. Your memory can be improved in concentration. This is a fantastic method to relax kids. Yoga offers many advantages that kids will appreciate, such as the ability to reduce stress, improve concentration, as well as improving concentration. Yoga is extremely beneficial for kids that it's even got a brand name. It is a method for well-being and health which helps kids learn about their health through breathing exercises, meditation, and other positions. It's no surprise that yoga is growing in popularity in the classroom. In fact, it's become more widespread in schools all over the world. This is why teachers use the method to aid their students to improve their overall health. It's no secret that kids are keen to have a healthy lifestyle. Children are more likely fall victim to pressure from peers and stress if they do not have the right mental health. Additionally, research has shown that mindfulness-based therapies boost immunity. Parents are also able to enroll their kids in yoga online classes to lead a happier and healthier lifestyle. Additionally, it might give them the abilities they need to cope with the difficulties that arise from growing older. The most effective way to increase confidence of your child's self is to help them have faith in themselves. You will be confident and more capable to meet the challenges of life. This reduces your pain score in half. A variety of studies indicate that yoga has been shown to decrease pain scores by greater than 50%. The extent to which this suggests that yoga can help people with chronic pain is not yet certain. Yoga can help decrease inflammation. The condition is linked to many various chronic pain. The University of Limerick study found that the 77 MS patients were less tired after yoga for 10 weeks. A second study in India showed that yoga had a significant impact on pain scores. Another German study also looked at the comparison of an exercise program with self-care. Furthermore, they found that yoga practitioners had less headaches than the contrast group. Also, the German study showed that inflammatory markers were lower in yoga group than in the group of control. This is the very first study that examines the connection between inflammation in yoga and chronic painful. Although the findings of this study indicate that yoga might reduce pain, subsequent studies need to examine the effects of yoga on a variety of painful conditions. In particular, the studies must examine whether yoga is an effective treatment for women who are economically disadvantaged and in older people with low functioning. Additionally, future studies should incorporate visits to sites to measure fidelity. They should also consider ways to make participation inclusive. Studies in the future will have to incorporate more metrics of the frequency and duration of pain. Although the thresholds utilized to identify whether participants fell into the functional category for high or low functioning weren't sufficient, they may be insufficient to determine inflammatory status. If the thresholds were higher, the possibility exists to identify a greater number of patients who can benefit from yoga. Performance enhancers. Numerous studies have demonstrated the benefits of yoga for academic achievement. The studies included an experiment to study the impact of the practice for 12 weeks on the development of visual awareness in young children in kindergarten. Yoga has been found to offer many benefits, including an increase in visual motor precision and an increase in visual motor accuracy. However, it wasn't the only thing that had the benefits. The study also found that yoga programs had the most impact on kids' hyperactivity and lack of attention. Because attention is a prerequisite to learn, this is the reason why yoga has such a strong effect on children's behavior. Attention also is associated with greater academic performance in preschool and adolescent students. The research suggests yoga could be an exercise that is low cost and might improve the ability to learn for children. In addition to reduced levels of hyperactivity as well as in attention in addition, the group that practiced yoga observed a significant improvement in the overall score of the ADHD rating scale IV. Although this is only one small effect, but it shows that yoga may have some impact on the development of attention. This is the first study to examine the effectiveness that yoga has on the beginning of ADHD when children are in their early stages. The results indicate that yoga could be an affordable treatment for ADHD that affects preschoolers as well as young teenagers. Next, we will examine how yoga's effects could be increased to include different types of exercise. Yoga is a stress reliever and may help kids have a better outlook on their emotions and social interactions. The practice can also be integrated into social learning activities that will enhance children's ability to learn. We hope you enjoyed the video and ask that you subscribe to the channel and our newsletter in the description below. Also, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. The best way to get started with yoga is to find a class near you and attend a few times. While most classes are oriented towards beginners, you'll likely have a few poses that feel awkward or challenging at first. You might also feel embarrassed or out of place at first, but everyone else in class has felt that way at some point too. Just go at your own pace and remember that everyone else is just as nervous as you are. In fact, some of the most common questions asked in yoga classes are, am I doing this right? And how do I do this pose? Here are some tips to help you get started with yoga. 1. Wear comfortable clothing that doesn't restrict movement. 2. Try not to worry too much about how you look, as most people in class are focused on themselves and their own practice rather than your form or appearance. 3. Don't be afraid of asking questions if something confuses you. Many instructors welcome questions from beginning students because they know it will help them feel more comfortable in class later on. In general, the purpose of yoga is to keep your body strong and healthy, your mind focused and balanced, and your spirit calm and peaceful. Yoga is a great way to relax and distress after a long day at work, or just get the blood flowing in your body before starting off your morning. It can also be used as an effective form of exercise if you are looking for something more than just stretching. If you have never tried yoga before, it is important to find a studio that is right for you. This may mean looking into different types of classes, such as hot yoga or vinyasa flow, or even different studios and instructors in your area. It can also be beneficial to try out a few different classes before deciding on one that works best with your schedule and goals. If you are just looking for a quick way to stretch out your muscles, trying yoga at home may be a good option. There are many different types of yoga available through DVDs or online videos, which can provide options for beginners and more advanced practitioners. For most people, the main reason for practicing yoga is to maintain or improve their health. These are known as hatha yoga poses as they are designed to help with everyday bodily pains or aches. There are many other types of yoga that focus on spiritual enlightenment or relaxation rather than exercise or health benefits. Yoga is a great way to relax and distress after a long day at work, or just get the blood flowing in your body before starting off your morning. It can also be used as an effective form of exercise if you are looking for something more than just stretching. For most people, the main reason for practicing yoga is to maintain or improve their health. In all matters, we wish you well and welcome you back for our next video. Until then, be well.